and it's not even Tuesday. Hi everyone, I'm Jacob. I'm the CowHatLibrarian, and this is a fun one that I ordered for the juvenile collection at the academic library I work at. I built up our picture book collection in support of our education program that trains new teachers. And it's Taco Night by Maynor and Estrela Lourenço. As our story starts, there's a kingdom, a very, very special kingdom, where all the residents are busy and smart and wonderful, but all those qualities make it so that they have no time to cook. They rely on the nights of dinner. Pizza night, dumpling night, noodle night, leftover night, and together they take turns providing food to the entire kingdom. And they are very, very devoted to their jobs. They never miss a night. They are always ready on their night to provide food to the people of their kingdom. And then one day, a new knight joined them, Taco Night, who showed up bearing previously unknown foods, like refried beans and sour cream and salsa and guacamole and meat and cheese and taco shells. And he strode right in and pushed Soup Night aside, loaded up his wagon, and headed down to the kingdom. And the tacos were a big hit. People loved them. People were thrilled to try them. They were ready for a new type of food, and it was wonderful and great. So the Taco Night had an idea. Let's do it again the next day. And people were happy again. And one child even said, I wish Taco Night was every night. And that gave Taco Night an idea. And pretty soon Taco Night took over. And Taco Night was making tacos every night of the week, just shoving aside all the other nights, like Soup Night and Sandwich Night and Meat and Potato Night and Lentil Night. And pretty soon the novelty wears off. People are sick of Taco Night and his nonsense. And they don't want tacos anymore. And Taco Night doesn't know what to do about it. He's sad. Everyone loved it so much. And now they don't like it anymore. And so he talks to Late Night Snack, who explains that people like variety. And he explains it through a very, very funny analogy to Taco Night. What if you had tacos that only had onions but nothing else? Wouldn't you get sick of them? And Taco Night is justifiably horrified by that idea, as I would be too. And he relents, and he goes and helps the other knights to prepare their signature dishes and make sure that Soup Night and Sandwich Night and Chicken Night and Burger Night and even New Recipe Night all get a try. And when it's his turn again, he doesn't know what's going to happen. People booed him last time. They were sick of him last time. But with some encouragement from the other knights, the people are ready for Taco Night again. Just so long as he doesn't overstay his welcome. And in the end, Pancake Night comes to join the party. And that's the end. This was ridiculous in all sorts of good ways. The idea of using knights in shining armor to represent the weak knights that might be designated for a particular type of food was funny. It's a great wordplay. I love the idea of these knights of dinner who are dedicated to putting food on the table for the kingdom. The idea that each of them has their own specialty that could very, very easily be from a household that plans their meals on a regular basis. And the inclusion of things like a leftover night and new recipe night, and my favorite, late night snack. That it was really, really funny. I loved every bit of it. The story is something we've all been through, especially as parents of kids. We find something that they're okay with, that they like, that, you know, the parents are okay with too. And so we end up making it a little more often, and a little more often, and a little more often. And pretty soon everyone is sick of it. And I know we've done that. I know I've done that. In the quest to make stuff that I know my kids will be happy eating and that my wife and I will be happy eating, there are a few go-to recipes that I've gone to the well on too many times. And this tells that very, very familiar, very, very relatable story in a funny and approachable form. The text is just fine. It reads like a fairy tale. Once there was a kingdom full of busy, clever people. After a full day of being busy and clever, they simply did not have time to cook. Still, they were always well fed, because this kingdom was served by the knights of dinner. The way it's written is reminiscent of classic fairy tales. You can read this with a little bit of pomposity in your voice. You feel like there should be bugles accompanying these pronouncements, that Taco Night is here! And it all fits with the theme of the story so well, especially when you get to the illustrations showing off the knights. And now, it is a cartoony style, but they're all knights in gleaming armor and chainmail head coverings and helmets, and you can tell they're ready to serve the kingdom in whatever way suits best. And when Taco Knight shows up, and he's taller than the rest, and he's riding in on a dragon, no less, which was really, really funny. And the art style is just fantastic. It's bright and colorful and fun. And the goofiness sort of helps work with things here, because the text, as I said, can be taken on that more serious level, but then you have the illustrations as a counterpoint to it. You have the knights serving the kingdom as a serious thing, but they're preparing food as a silly counterpoint. It's just this wonderful back and forth tension between these elements that really, really makes this book shine. And I especially love Taco Knight's reactions when people are sick of him, and he was this bold, pompous knight who towered over everyone, and he's shrinking in on himself. He's got tears in his eyes, and his mustache is drooping, and he's holding a taco upside down. Unthinkable! And it's very, very effective. Even really, really young kids hearing this book, they're going to see that, no, he's sad. He doesn't like this. And the following page, when Late Night Snack is helping him understand what's going on, his anger at the idea of there never being any variety in tacos, that they're just onions forever, and his indignation and his realization, oh, it's wonderfully, wonderfully paced here between the panels implied by how this page is laid out. It was very, very effective. I thought this was just flat out wonderful. Now, if you were going to pair it with things for a story time, I think I'd stick with a food theme for obvious reasons. I might be tempted to go with Dragons Love Tacos to keep that taco theme going, but I would definitely pair it with Umame, the story about the penguin who got tired of eating cold raw fish all the time and went off on an adventure to find more interesting kinds of foods and brought them back for the penguin's friends. I did a video about it on my channel, and I really enjoyed it. And The other thing I might pair this with, if I wasn't going with a food theme, I might pair it with Night Owl and the Sidekick. I might have that title wrong. It's about an owl who is a knight and serves a kingdom defending it in the nighttime hours, and is assigned a new person to be a sidekick to them. And the owl has to train them, but finds out that this new knight is Owl's complete opposite in every way. Owl likes quiet, this new knight likes loud. Owl's in the nighttime, this knight likes the daytime. And I think that would be a really, really fun one to pair with this too. So between those 4 books, you basically have a night and food story time already planned out, and I think it would go over really, really well. I like this a lot. I really recommend it. The illustrations are great, the text is great, the story is relatable by just about any audience out there. Go borrow it from your public library. You will not regret it. While I'm talking about things you won't regret, why not take just 1 minute to tell the powers that be that you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library. They don't always hear from folks, and a few good words in their ears might help them decide to fund libraries a little bit better. And if by some chance you're a library staff member, don't forget, watching my videos counts as professional development time. With that, I hope I haven't talked too much about how great this book is. By all means, please like, please subscribe, and please check back and see what else I have to talk about from the CowHat Library. Thank you. Bye now.